Welcome to BitBoy Crypto. The best way is... If you became a millionaire, would you keep working? You know? I want to tell you guys something. What's going on right now is California's trying to figure out about crypto. My name is Ben. We're tons of balls. Welcome to BitBoy Crypto, home of the BitSquad, the largest and greatest crypto community in all the interwebs. No channel works harder to keep you in the know about crypto. My name is Ben. It's not Richard Hart, believe it or not. You know, I am wearing my Burberry jacket. Actually, let's do this live on camera. Oh no, I lost my headset. We're gonna go more low key today. You're gonna have to come fix this. Who fixed this? Drew? I need you to come fix this. Okay. We're not Richard Hart anymore, guys. We're back to BitBoy Crypto. Thanks, Drew. We're gonna keep going on the show while he does this. Well, look at this. Thank you, Drew. We appreciate you. Wait, can you move the, it's too tight back here. No channel works harder to keep you in the know about crypto and to make sure they flip their jacket the right side out so people don't confuse them with the creator of Hex. Guys, we're going to be talking about a lot of stuff going on today. We're going to have either Wendy or Kelly are coming on the show today. Not sure who's going to show up. But we're going to be looking at Bitcoin. We're going to be looking at some tech stocks. The 3 comma story. Now, we've known about this 3 comma story for a while. We've got some people who have been sending us some information on it. Unfortunately, we just have too much information right now and too many stories to go over. We haven't had a chance to really go over it extremely well yet. We will give credit to the guy who broke this, though. And also, you know who was caught up in that?
Who's that?
Crypto Elite.
A lot of people.
Yeah, but he was in the Satoshi Droppers back in the day. Yeah, so, he used to be called Crypto Beginner. Something like that. Louis Raskin. I don't know how to pronounce it. He told me the day that this happened. Anyways, very scary stuff with 3 comments. I mean, we were actually considering working with 3 comments at one point. Nah. 3 comments is dead after this, don't you think?
Yeah, that was what the whole thing with, is it All God Trading and Binance, that was all that back and forth was all part of the 3 commas API hack with and no attention given to it. So yeah. It's a bad situation.
SBF possibly playing. We'll see what we're going to talk about with that. I hope you guys like our new whiteboard videos. We did that last night. I think they're going phenomenal. Tom Crown in the chat. What is up, Tom?
Yeah. DZ actually had an idea about those whiteboard videos.
Yeah.
And, you know, maybe curious to hear what the chat thinks about doing some deep dives on, like, who is Hal Finney, you know, like a 7-9 minute video on the board, breaking that down, or Michael Saylor, just basically crypto personality deep dives.
Or Nick Szabo.
Yeah, Nick Szabo, some of those kind of people, you know, breaking down maybe who is Satoshi series, you know, breaking down maybe 5 or 6 different characters.
Who is Tiffany Fong? That's what I would. Are we covering that story? Also, we're covering Undervalued ADA. Why are we covering Undervalued ADA?
Oh, you're talking about,
is it
Undervalued? It has to be, you're supposed to.
Yeah. Who is Tiffany Fong and where has she came from?
She just came out of nowhere.
She came out of nowhere. She's taking pictures with Joe Biden. She's like undercover, staying the night at SBF's house. I don't know who this girl is. She pops up out of nowhere, and now all of a sudden she's like the top crypto investigative reporter that hangs out with SBF. So it's really weird. You know what was funny is, like, she was having her heyday because she was like, she had that phone call with him and nobody else had one. And then we show up in the Bahamas and she was real aggressive. Like, he shouldn't be there. Why is he there? Shut up, Tiffany. Golly, nobody knows who you are until now. And now you're known for all the wrong reasons. We were actually down there trying to get our hands dirty. I don't know what she was trying to get dirty with SBF this week. But you know what? It is what it is. So what does that say? Go up a little bit.
I was asking about Yearn Finance.
No, right there. No. Tiffany Fong flipped out at me and called me an incel when I asked her why she's smiling and laughing with SBF in an interview. Look, I'm not going to say anything about it. I don't know anything about her. I'm making jokes off of this New York Post article, but she has attacked me. People get jealous when we go and try to do things. But anyways, whatever. All right, go back up to that super chat. She was a Celsius customer. Yeah, she got big talking about Celsius, I guess, maybe. Good morning. Can you explain your tweet? Is Yearn Finance a better investment than Bitcoin? You know what? I do want to explain this because this kind of pissed me off, to be honest with you. Okay, let's go check this out. These Bitcoin maximalists they've got these talking points and they have a Bitcoin maximalist army that they can whip up into a frenzy, and they don't really say anything. And I really want to point this out about Neil Jacobs here. Okay. And did you see where I gave the people our address?
No, I heard about it.
I mean, you can search us on Google.
I know.
It's not hard to find us. So yeah, let's go over this. This will be pretty funny. I love this. Let's see. This guy said he was going to fight me here. This guy here, Tatum Turnup. I'm terrified. I'm frankly terrified of this guy. Our peanut gallery back here, when we show this photo, they died laughing. Like, just look at a picture of this guy, okay? He's got a minor in both hands. I don't know. You maybe want to call the law. But here he says, what does he say? He says, okay, I said this. This is my tweet. You guys realize 21 million is just an arbitrary number, right? There's nothing special about a 21 million supply that makes Bitcoin better than everything else. People who make the argument the supply of Bitcoin is paramount. Paramount, by the way, means, which Neil Jacobs didn't know, it means better than everything else, better than anything else. That believe the supply of 21 million of Bitcoin is paramount, also must admit that Yearn Finance is a far superior coin, okay? And of course, he says, oh, brother, I'm about to have a heyday. He says, I'm going to fight BitBoy. And then he says, I'll tag you at ain't no biatch. So, of course, what did I respond to this? Hey, man, I gave you my address. When can I be expecting you? Oh, where's he at? He's not here. No comments. Excuse me, sir. I'm waiting on your response. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Because I said, oh, you want to fight me? That's okay. That's okay. Where are we at here? This is mine, right? No, this is Neil Jacobs. I'm back on Neil Jacobs again. Let me go to my page. I have to go to my page.
We lost the momentum.
I lost the momentum. I killed it, guys.
It's okay. It's because Drew was asking.
Here it is. I gave him our address. Pull up anytime, sir. No responses from Turn Up Tatum. Turn Up Tatum. Where are you at? Turn up. You better turn up outside my front door. That's what I'll tell you. You better turn up. What is your favorite kind of vegetable, sir? It's turnip, obviously. But anyways, somebody sent us something. Somebody got our address and they sent us some steaks.
And basically the point...
You see that? No. This guy's, he got our address and now he's sending us steaks.
Hey, that'll...
And somebody says, wow, he ain't lying. BitBoy Crypto, hit network. Here we are, guys. It's not hard to find us. So there you go. Oh, there's the demon. You see the demon over there.
Oh, hey, look at that.
So I thought this was so funny. And this guy just shuts his mouth. I can tell you this. If you freaking looked like this guy and you threatened somebody, obviously you're not pulling up, sir. Obviously you're not pulling up. Why does he have a Kevlar on? Is he scared the miners are going to melt his man boobs? I'm just confused. I don't understand. But I want to go back to my point here about Yearn Finance, because this is really important what we're talking about, because the Bitcoin maximalists, they just say such stupid crap. It's unreal how stupid the things that they say are. Neil Jacobs says this, we're so early. And of course he doesn't tag me. He says, well, you don't allow tagging in photos. Oh no, he actually retweeted me here. This is actually a retweet, so I'll give him credit. Good job. Thank you for retweeting that, Neil. Usually he just posts an image and you can't tag me in images, but you can still tag me in the post. So Neil says, we're so early. Huh. Oh my God, Neil. Explain the mystery of 21 million. It's an arbitrary number. It could have been 7 million. It could have been 35 million. It could have been 210 million. It could have been any number he picked, because they say the Ethereum supply is so high. It's so high at 120 million. They just make that up. They just make it up. The supply of Bitcoin is not a barometer of success of a coin. 21 million is arbitrary. If they did 42 million Bitcoin, if Satoshi did 42 million Bitcoin and did twice the block rewards, it started with 100 instead of 50, guess what? It works out the exact same thing. If they did 11.5, no, 10.5. I said 11.5. My math was wrong. If they did 10.5 million, and halved the block rewards, guess what? It's the same exact thing. So I said, the schedule is what's important and creating scarcity. He said, I took issue with you saying people who make the argument the supply of Bitcoin is paramount. The unchanging monetary policy of Bitcoin, which gives you the supply of Bitcoin, is paramount. Yes, that's correct. That's not what I said, Neil. The 21 million number itself could have been 42 million if this is what you meant. Okay. Why do you want to whip your followers up with BS? Why can't you just not be intellectually honest? And this is my biggest problem with so many of the maximalists. They just put drivel out into the air. They try to say anyone who's not a Bitcoin maximalist, by default, their argument is wrong. By default, they are wrong because they're not Bitcoin maximalists. No, F that. No, you are wrong, Neil. I'm correct, and you actually cowered down to me in your reply. But yet, I want you guys to see this. This got 1 like. This got 76 likes. This was seen by 60.6 thousand people. The recant was seen by 642. And this here, ladies and gentlemen, is how misinformation exists on the internet. This is how people on the internet become memes when they don't deserve it. Right here. And what I meant by Yearn Finance is, if we pull up CoinMarketCap and we go here and we look at Bitcoin, okay, I'm going to show you guys some research tactics here. You check out Bitcoin, and it's going to show you the tokenomics, right? It's going to show you here the overview. It's going to show you the total amount of coins, circulating supply 19.25 million Bitcoin, max supply 21 million. Okay, so 21 million, total supply 19.2. Now let's go check out Yearn Finance. Check out Yearn Finance. If your argument for why the Bitcoin tokenomics are better than the Ethereum tokenomics is because Ethereum has 120 million coins and Bitcoin has 21 million coins, if that's your argument, then you must admit a circulating supply of 36,000 out of 36,666 is by far a better model. You have to, right? You're forced to. If you say the Bitcoin is better than Ethereum because it has less coins, which you're already an idiot for saying that, then you must admit Yearn Finance is by far a better project than Bitcoin, if that's what you're going to say. If you believe that the 21 million supply is paramount. Do you think the CCP hates the crypto industry and the decentralized freedom it represents? Of course, the CCP hates the decentralized freedom, but they love crypto. They've got the #1 hash rate in the world. Don't believe that they don't. You go check out the hash rate by country. Let's check it out right now. Hash rate by country. Now, the United States is catching up a little bit. I will say that. But I want you guys to see something here. This is hilarious. Okay, so here we go. That was September 2019. This is August of 21. The United States now has 35.4%, okay? China has 0%. They have no mining there anymore, right? Kazakhstan, that's China, guys. They sent their miners to China. They sent some to Russia. They sent many of them to Canada. CCP has tons of connections in Canada. Go check out Vancouver. Malaysia. Chinese moved their people there as well. So when you add all these numbers up, like I said, the United States has been catching up. However, China was smart and they dispersed their miners to other places. The money still is ending up back in China and they still sell all the hardware. What was the other super chat? Carl tweeted BTC is now legal tender in Brazil. Any truth to that? I mean, yeah, it's legal tender, but it's not the same in the same sense that El Salvador makes it legal.
Yeah, I'm
tender.
not sure. They did pass some type of bill, but I don't know if they made it legal tender or not. But there's positive movement in Brazil. We'll say that.
Whew, man. This guy's right. Crypto Billy says, was it the glasses, hair, or the man boobs, Ben? We have to know. It's hard to separate the three when you got all three. He's got bad hair. He's got glasses. You know we hate people with glasses. We love you if you wear glasses. We don't. Sorry, AJ. Guys, we don't actually hate people with glasses. That's a joke. The Alliance wants you to smash those likes from the Crypto Queen. Yeah, you guys make sure, Pluto Alliance, make sure to smash those likes. What's today's date? Oh, next Monday we have to pick the Pluto Alliance. Or we got to pick it?
Monday or Friday? Well,
no,
Monday.
we can't do it Friday. Should we do it Tuesday because Monday's a short day?
Sure.
What's left? You know, AJ? Is Uranus left? Or is it right? I think we have Jupiter and Neptune left. I can't remember who's left. I have to ask Justin. He'll know. We have 2 left. And March 1st, we're doing something totally new with Pluto Alliance. We're doing something totally new on the channel on March 1st. We long story, we are not going to be giving away the YouTube revenue again after March. We would have done it for 1 full year. Two Pluto Alliance NFTs got it twice. One of them got it, or the rest of them got it once. We gave away, I think it's going to end up being about $600,000 by the end of this year, somewhere around there. But we have a new thing we're going to be giving away to our Pluto Alliance holders. The Pluto Alliance people know about it, but it's real exciting what we're going to be doing here on the channel and beyond. So, all right. Is BitLab Academy 2.0 for newbies who know nothing about crypto? Well, we'll let Kelly answer that question here in just a moment. Or is Wendy on? Kelly or Wendy?
Kelly.
Let's bring on Kelly. Real quick, before we bring him on, actually, let me just check the markets. My short is up, or my long is up, by the way. I got within $1 of getting stopped out, and it went back up. So, crypto 22,000, exchanges 534, market cap right at 799.4 billion, almost 800 billion. 24-hour volume 27.6. Bitcoin dominance now back above 40%. It's hovering between 39.9 and 40.1. ETH dominance up 18.4%, which is interesting. You would have thought that would have dropped a little bit. 7 Paraguays will send you an ETH transaction. Bitcoin coming in at barely up at 16,644. I think I was in at 16,595. So I'm up 3 or 4% on the trade. Ethereum 1,200, still hovering right there at 1,200. So our biggest winners of the day: BitDAO, Trust Wallet token, Ethereum Classic, Toncoin, Bitcoin SV, ICP having another good day. BitDAO, ICP up for the week the most. So good job on ICP. We love ICP. If you want to support the ICP community, you want to check out our NFTs over there. You guys can check this out. I think we're extending it. It says it ends in 2 days. I think we're extending it to the 6th. This is all to support the lawsuit we're doing in the Bahamas. This is not, you're probably not going to make money. This is like a contribution. We have 501c3, 501c4. We're going to fight this lawsuit, and also our political action committee. Aguido Val on Twitter if you want to check him out. Okay, all right. Let's go ahead and okay, Dave. That's inappropriate. Chicks dig the long ball though. Let's go ahead and pull up Kelly. Close that long. We're going downtown Charlie Brown. What do you think, Kelly?
Well, I mean, let's look at the charts, and I don't want to go too much into TA today, only because as anybody with eyes can see on any chart, nothing's really happening. So I'm just going to cover a couple things on TA, looking at some of the BitLab indicator stuff. And then I'm going to show 2 or 3 charts that I've seen around Twitter showing some more macro sort of ideas that we should be considering. So let's just go ahead and jump right in. And again, thank you for having me back. And in regards to the question about the BitLab.
Oh, I'm also on your podcast today, by the way.
Oh, yeah. So today, about 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, BitBoy, Ben here, Scott Melker from the Wolf of All Streets, and Gareth Soloway. We're going to be talking about all kind of things in regards to what's going on with the markets and how we should best prepare and how we should be navigating for best setup for 2023. Yep. So let's go ahead and dive. Oh, what I was saying about BitLab. Yep. It is for everybody. We're going to actually have a huge amount of content that's free for anybody. That's all basic guides, free how-tos, all that sort of stuff. And then a bunch of very in-depth stuff walking you all the way through from even how to navigate wallets to how to have the most advanced trade strategies. So that's going to be for everybody. And I'll get more into that in a second. So let's just go ahead and walk through this really quick. So first thing I want to pull up here, I have my chart here. I have it on the daily. And Nick is our lead engineer for the BitLab indicators. And one of the things he pointed out to me is looking here on the daily chart on Bitcoin, you see this large red wave and these blue waves. We have no blue wave here. And what I'm really looking for to really identify even a potential, real identifiably potential bottom is for this blue wave to start to form because the blue wave indicates that we're in consensus across a number of different very important oscillators and strength metrics that there is a very high likelihood for a bottom forming. And we're gray greenish right now rather than gray reddish, which shows that we're almost forming it, but we need to get this wave above this moving average here, as well as turning blue. And the other thing I'd be looking for is right here, having these are regular and hidden divergences on hidden volume. I'm looking for either an R or an H to appear here, which starts to give some more of that bullish signal that the metrics are looking up. Now zooming
looking real quick at that. Which chart is that, by the way? What hour?
Daily.
This is daily chart on Bitstamp.
On the daily chart, when you're looking there at the extrema, right? It looks like we're probably due for another little move up, right?
Well, yes, on the extrema, it is showing that we're out of the norms, aka some extremes on this move to the downside. Very similar to, as you can see right here, and this caused a little bit of a pause and a push up. Now, the key with all these indicators in the BitLab suite, and really with any indicator combination that anybody uses for any strategy, you don't want to look at one metric and say, oh, that's a buy signal. You want to get a confluence of what I call at least a minimum of a 1, 2, 3 strategy. That's having your whatever your primary signal is, and then supported with confluence on a second, third, and maybe even a fourth indicator. And in this case, we'd be looking for a divergence on the hidden volume. Divergence is here on the bottom right here, and then as well having a blue wave. And that would be, and then of course we already have this extrema. So let's call this a 1. This would be the 2, 3, and then a 4. That would be a very strong signal to go in for a very well statistically to your benefit sort of long. Now, zooming in here onto the 4 hour, this is the last bit we'll really look at here. We can see that we're having this blue wave, right? And what happened? We got a bit of a bounce. In addition to this bounce, this was also supported with, let's call this the 1. We have the 2 right here, which is the, and I can double click on this. Actually come here. Let me double click on the indicator. I'm going to go to full so we can actually see what divergences they are. We have a stochastic, a money flow index, both showing that there's a bullish divergence here. We also have a bit of a spinning top here, or a doji candle, which also is a classical technical analyst sort of tool with candlesticks and candle patterns to show that just on this alone, this was a bit of a reversal indication. We have a bullish divergence. We also have the bullish divergence here on the hidden volume. The relative extrema wasn't quite signaling. We got a little bit here, but not that much, but we did get a large blue floor. But we are seeing this turn gray, and the extrema is on the opposite side here. And look at this. This is going up while the volume is going flat. So there's not a lot of support at this level right here. And I'm not going to give you financial advice again, Ben, but this would indicate to me wherever your long was, I'd be moving up your if it were me,
I don't have enough profit. I don't have enough profit to really move it up. I'm just looking like right now, like I'm at 4% profit. Should I just take it at this point? Because it looks like maybe we're going to get more downside.
Well, here's the deal. You don't need to necessarily take it. You can.
I got within a dollar of getting. I got within a dollar of hitting my stop loss. So this is really like house money at this point.
Well, you could see this. We have the doji candle, another spinning top, and then we have increased momentum to the upside. Now look at this. This candle specifically also is showing a loss. It tried to go, it got pushed back. This is a smaller candle yet. So just in candlestick patterns of form, not even looking at indicators, candlesticks alone are showing that there's a loss of momentum into this. And we're having flat volume, and we're having upside on the extrema, and it's gray on this significant movement. There's no red yet. But all these things considered, I would at least move my stop loss, not necessarily call it a take profit, but move the stop loss right below where the close of the open of this candle was. That way, I'd rather only take a 2% profit than see if it comes back and bounces back up and have it go the opposite way.
What is that number at?
That number at would be 16,606.
Yeah, so that puts me almost like right back at even. So I'm just going to close the trade. I
mean,
look,
I'd rather be even than take a loss, right?
Well, yeah, but I'd rather take 4%
another day than get stopped out.
But I mean, I'd rather take
a loss.
I would rather take 4% profit than take a break even or a loss too. Yeah. Right.
Well, then go. That's the name of the game. If you're really
hopeful
right now, go, then move
it's falling right now. It's falling right now.
You're killing me.
Take it, baby. Take it.
Okay. All right. I'm closed. All right. I'm done. I'm out.
Well,
I'm out. I made 4%.
This is all I'm really seeing because the markets really are not doing much. So this is all I'm really seeing on just the TA front of it. And you know, this is using the BitLab indicators, which for right now through New Year's Day, just so everybody knows, if you go to Lab Academy, there's a great newsletter that we put out, and it goes out every Thursday.
Totally free.
We're going to be sending out some signal.
Yep. Well, wait, is this a BitLab newsletter? Is it different than our regular newsletter?
Yeah. We do a BitLab newsletter every Thursday.
Know.
Yeah. So we send out signals and updates, but we also have, you know, as you know, the indicators right now are over 50% off, but we also have an additional 15% off of not only the indicators, but also the Academy courses. If you use BitSquad 15, and that additional 15% off is for the first month, and that's good through New Year's. But enough with the shill stuff. Let's go back to the data. So what I do want to point out, as I said, we have Scott Melker on later. He pointed out something very, very important here, which is just a traditional indicator here, the relative strength index. And for anybody that's done TA, you know, over any period of time will know that a general state of the market is bullish when you're holding above the 50 line, and it's generally bearish when you're below the 50 line. And this, right now, the RSI is the lowest it has ever been on Bitcoin on the monthly candles. I'm not saying that this means we're absolutely bearish. We're going to absolutely go down to the bottom, but down to zero. But this does indicate that there's a lot of relative weakness in the market. So it's good to note. And then I just wanted to point this out from Rational Root, one of my favorite analysts on Twitter. And he's got, this is really interesting. This is a relative realized price. And this green dotted line is the coin value days destroyed. And this, he's marked out in blue here, every bottom that we've had in the past. And we're sitting right in that zone, very similar if you're looking at the NVRV score or many other sort of on-chain data showing where we've been in previous bear markets. But that being said, the last thing I want to leave people with is just a little bit of safety. Alameda is in the process of converting a ton of altcoins to Ethereum, probably sort of, acquiescing and sort of coming back, doing what they need to in terms of the bankruptcy. And so these are all the coins that they've been offloading and also the amount that they're holding. If you're on any of these, I would just say, get out ahead of it. Protect yourself because there's a lot going on in the markets right now. There's no need to take unnecessary losses. So protect your capital really get yourself set up. Be prepared for 2023. We're going to be talking a lot more about that on my Twitter Spaces later. Crypto Answered at Kelly Kellum. And thank you so much for having me back.
Well, Kelly, before you go, Kelly, I want to talk to you for just a minute. The thing is the year is 2022. Okay, right now. And, you actually listed 30 incredible Twitter accounts that you found extremely useful this year. I thought it was a great tweet. We want to pull this up real quick, TJ, if we can. Caleb Franson comes on, around the blockchain here. Rational Root, you just showed there, pretty good. Crypto Burb, Sheldon Sniper, Credible Crypto, Watcher, Scott Melker. Man, Scott Melker's going to be on your show. Gareth Soloway's going to be on your show today. Still on the list. Looking through here, into the cryptoverse, Mark, that's good. Miss Teen Crypto, Frankie Candles right here from BitBoy Crypto. Dylan LeClaire, actually, Dylan LeClaire still can't grow a mustache even after all these years. A prepubescent boy with, looks like a Backstreet Boy with no mustache. Wait a second here, Kelly. Where's my freaking account on here, Kelly? Why did you leave me off?
One just for you. You know what? I apologize from the bottom of my heart. I think maybe, as I mentioned in the follow-up tweet was, hey, these are the first 30 names that popped up, and I was probably in conversation with you. I think you had just beat me at a wrestling match. And, I mean, you've got the biggest presence
Kelly,
in
when
all
we wrestle,
of crypto
when we
socials.
wrestle,
What's that?
When we wrestle, we both win.
I was going to say, there are no losers.
There's no losers.
Okay. Yeah, we're both middles.
Oh, boy.
Let's pivot. Okay, thanks, Kelly. All right, we'll see you later, man. Appreciate it.
Thank you, guys.
Okay. I've been waiting to give him a hard time about that for days. I've been sitting on that for days, by the way, Okay. I'm roid raging again. How did you know? Okay. All right. Guys, also don't forget, as we move on to what's going on in the world, don't forget to check out our book, Catching Up to Crypto. We've got a lot of the tour is now official. We've got some of the spots. Let's see if we lock up some of them. We haven't locked up any more yet, but almost. The London one is up in the air right now. We were talking with the London conference. What we've discovered is, and this is what I want to know if you live in London or you live in the UK, we love London. I mean, I'm wearing your Burberry. It's London, okay? Here's the thing. Do you guys want us maybe a little bit later in the year to do maybe a 5 or 6 city Europe tour that we could do in a week when the book's available? We hear the book's not even really available until March in Europe. So I don't know. I wouldn't want to put up a poll on that because only a certain percentage of our audience is European, and so we only want to know what they want to say on that. But if you drop your comments down below, we may have to back out of this conference potentially and do it later in the year. So yeah, we'll try to. The book didn't ship to your country. That's Cast Zero. It will at some point later in the year, but you know, that's just the way that national or international stuff goes here when it comes to Amazon and books. So there you go. Don't forget to check out the book though. We were number 1 in digital currency at some point. We've fallen to number 8 over the last couple of days. But make sure if you haven't got your book, that's how you get to the meetup. We're going to have Eventbrite set up for every city on the tour in the United States for sure. San Francisco, LA, Las Vegas. It just says Vegas. I guess people know what that means. Phoenix, Miami, Denver, Austin, Chicago, Minneapolis, Boston, DC, Atlanta, Philadelphia, and New York. London a little up in the air. But we will be, you know, you got to have the book to get into the meetup. So you're going to want to go ahead and do that. Obviously, I know a lot of you guys got it for stocking stuffers. And we may do other cities in the United States down the road this year. So depends on how well it does. If the book does really, really well, we'll probably go to a lot more cities. If it kind of stalls out, then, you know, we'll have to make decisions on, you know, more cities based on that. Bitcoin price grinds lower. More losses seem imminent. Bitcoin investors likely at start of historic accumulation phase, according to Masari CEO Ryan Selkis. I like Ryan. In an interview with the financial publication Barron's, Selkis says that the market value to realized value indicator suggests investors are in the early days of a long-term accumulation stage. This is exactly what we've been telling you. I love it when what Ryan says lines up with what we're telling you. Exhibiting behavior that's similar to when it bottomed out in previous bear cycles. Cycles work. Are we going to get the credit we deserve? That's what I want to know. If we did bottom we bottomed 7 days before the exact date we gave you, we thought we would bottom. And we always said it was an indicator. If we bottomed 7 days before, are they going to give us credit for that? Probably not.
No,
probably not. They never give us credit. Doesn't matter. They'll still say, you said Bitcoin was going to 100K 2 years ago. Blah, 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 blah.
none of it will matter.
Not below 47K.
2024, 2025, everybody will be happy again.
Yeah. Last week, Selkis said other bullish catalysts for Bitcoin included the halving scheduled for the first week of 2024, as well as Bitcoin's neutrality and global acceptability. Bitcoin's parity with gold would yield a 25x return. So that's a lot like adding a 4% position in digital gold for every ounce of gold you buy. At today's, maybe that's a good dad joke. Gold Dubai. There we go. We fit it in finally. At today's prices, Bitcoin gold parity would bring us a $500,000 Bitcoin. Wow. All right. Is Bitcoin price fall to inevitable? Is Bitcoin fall to 10K inevitable in early 2023? The answer to that question is no, by the way. Absolutely not. It's not inevitable. It may happen.
It's plausible.
It's plausible. But and that's why I like what's his name? Crypto Anonymous. What is God, I can never remember his name. I think it's Crypto Anonymous. I like this guy. We generally line up on stuff. I have since switched. What is his freaking name? Why can I not remember his name? God, this is gonna drive me crazy. This is gonna drive me absolutely crazy if I cannot find this guy. He's gonna kill me too because we chat back and forth a lot. His face is the Anon mask. Golly, crypto. Yeah, you search crypto, I'm sure I'll find him.
Yeah, there you go. There's not very many crypto accounts.
Sure, I'll find him. If I just scroll far enough, I'll find him. But anyways, you can go ahead and just pull it. Yeah, don't pull this up. I'll just scroll while I'm talking here.
You're not gonna find it.
I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna find it. I found it. Found it. Boom. Hey, when my back is against the wall, I'm gonna find him. Anonymous crypto Twittier here. Crypto predictions. We've been aligned for a lot of this market cycle. since New Year's, basically. We've been aligned very, very, very well, okay? Yeah, anonymous crypto predictions, right. Now, we famously said 10 to 14K. However, we said the more important factor was not the number, it was the time frame. It was after the midterm elections. So we saw the last 2 market cycles. Well, now we've hit a spot where we didn't hit the range, we hit the number, we got a low in that range, and he's still saying, if you look at his charts, he's still saying that right now there's more downside. This right here is the evidence. This is the chart he keeps posting here that basically says, well, look, we're right at resistance here. So we've got to get above this to be able to break into a range where maybe he can stop saying he thinks the bottom is coming. And you can understand why he's saying it. I mean, we keep hitting this line and we keep coming down. So we're at this corner of the price range, the minus 85% we should normally hit. And then also the time period, which is after the midterm elections. Which one's going to be correct? We don't know. We think we're correct. I'm about 65%. He wanted to make a bet with me. I'm not confident enough. I want people to understand this. I'm not confident enough in this being the bottom, in 15,200 being the bottom, to make a bet. I'm not that confident. So the whole point of me telling you that is to say that, yes, certainly we can fall to 10K, but it is not inevitable. That is absolutely not true. Several on-chain indicators such as MVRV, which Ryan Selkis just referred to, Fuel Multiple, and the SOPR indicate the Bitcoin price has already reached the undervalued area. These cycle indicators help analyze the overall phase. However, it's difficult to predict a correct buying time. While the indicators are moving close, they aren't showing a possibility of cross. Thus, Bitcoin is not undervalued yet or bottomed out. Traders must keep an eye on a cross in the future to buy Bitcoin at the correct time. The ETH price is moving strongly as compared to Bitcoin, as it didn't hit the 1170 support level. We've said we thought the $1,000 level, if it retests, that will be the real point you need to pay attention to. It keeps bouncing right back above 1,200. Are you saving that for later?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a good idea.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
We definitely got to get that going for the cruise.
And I recognize Artie Wolf. I recognize that name. We've met him before.
What's his name?
Artie Wolf. He's
familiar.
been in the chat for a long time.
Mm-hmm. Well, cool. All right. So moving on here. We have the Dow crushed tech stocks by the widest margin in 20 years. Wow. Stock sold off on Wednesday with the NASDAQ composite underperforming the Dow Jones Industrial Average yet again, a trend that encapsulates the biggest challenge of the investing year, which is tech stocks are doomed. Everything else seems to be doing okay at this moment. I mean, that may be a little bit of an overstatement. The explanation is relatively simple. The Fed is aggressively fighting inflation, which has clobbered tech and growth stocks this year. Markets are pricing in a Fed that finally cools on its rate hiking plans in 2023, but that doesn't necessarily mean a return to the previous trading regime. With geopolitical risk on the rise, the COVID worries, haven't said that word on the channel in a long time. Yeah. You think it's okay to say now? I think it is.
I don't know. And for now, maybe until it comes back into full swing again.
Well, they were just China's bringing it back, right?
Yeah, I heard.
Whenever China decides to bring it back, it's back.
It's the latest rage.
Whenever they make the decision,
yeah.
Don't question the science. Whatever you do, don't question the science. Isn't that literally what science is? Science is questioning the science. Anyways, I digress. The battle over inflation could turn out to be a multi-year affair, bleeding into the second half of this decade. Did you see the chart that was showing Carvana down 99%?
Yeah. I mean, I saw, yeah.
Where was that at?
I didn't see a chart. I just saw like a grid list.
Yeah.
Yeah, is that what you're talking about?
Carvana was the top.
Carvana, there was a lot of other ones.
Carvana, Netflix.
Peloton.
Oh, God, Peloton.
One that was interesting to me was DocuSign. And I don't know if it just got overinflated in the run-up, but like that's one of those ones where when you look at a lot of those companies, like, okay, struggling product, struggling company, struggling market share, but DocuSign might be one of those sneaky ones.
Well, I'll tell you this.
Lemonade, Teladoc, Robinhood. See, a lot of those don't surprise me.
I own 2 stocks. Peloton and Coinbase.
Yeah. And we should have realized,
Justin O talked me into buying them.
Right at the Pico top.
Yeah.
Peak top for stocks.
And it's funny, right? When I'm buying stocks,
yeah.
It's the peak.
Right.
I hate stocks. I'm never buying another stock again.
Yeah.
I'm never buying another stock again. I don't care about stocks. They mean nothing to me. That world is boring. It's not interesting. And people on this channel don't really like stocks. I know there are people that do, but for the most part, we're a crypto channel. We're going to stick to crypto. We tried getting into stocks a little bit last year. It just ain't for me. Why? This is not a pure assassin trading channel. That's just not what we are. We're more about the movement of crypto. That's why we cover fundamental analysis. And it's kind of like I talked. How many of you guys heard me on Twitter Spaces this morning with on the Around the Blockchain brunch, the Blockchain brunch show? I watched The Big Short last night, and I woke up so freaking inspired to fight corruption today.
Yeah.
The fact that that entire thing happened in 2008 and one banker went to jail, no. We are now more powerful than we were in 2008. If you do not, and I want everybody to hear me on this. If you do not believe that we can bring down Goldman Sachs, I don't want you watching this channel, period. If you don't think we can change the banking industry forever, I don't want you watching this channel. If you don't think that we have power and a voice and a platform, then go somewhere else. I want recruits. I want cadets. That's what I want. I want to take this idea that the banking world is too powerful because they got so much more powerful after 2008, and that if they're impossible to topple, screw that. That's not true. That's literally not true. If you literally watch if you really watch one of those quotes, okay, if in the movie The Big Short, I think there's 3 cutscenes where it shows quotes, and it's a Mark Twain quote. Let me go to what it is. Mark Twain quote, The Big Short. Let's see what it is here. The quote is, The Big Short, the most ironic quote, misattribution. They said it was misattributed. There it is. It says, "It ain't what you don't know that gets you into trouble. It's what you know for sure that just ain't so." That quote perfectly depicts the power of the banking industry. You think that they're too powerful to be toppled. That's not true. The people that won during The Big Short are the people that actually took a peek and actually looked and actually understood what was happening. Guys, in the world of social media right now, the death of mainstream media, we're more powerful than the banks. I hope you understand that. We are, collectively. It's this thing that they've put inside of your brain that makes you think they're unbeatable. That's the reason you believe it. It's just drivel, okay? We run the government. The government does not run us. When people understand that and they take hold of that again, that's when this country will get back on the right path. And I will not relent until my dying breath that we're going to defeat them. And that's what I want. And I woke up so freaking inspired today to come in here with this message and tell you we can fight back. We will fight back. We're going to bring down Circle. When you understand the role that Circle played in the FTX fiasco, when you understand what they were doing that led to things that led to the FTX collapse, you're going to be shocked. We told you this about FTX. People didn't believe us. We're telling you about Circle. Circle, Mr. Goldman, we're coming for you. We are coming for you. And we are relentless, and we will not back down, period. And I want people on this channel that are ready to do that. Max Maximus, actually, you don't know that that's true, my friend. That's all I'll tell you. Okay, so there we go. Learned helplessness. That is a great quote there by Eyes Open. Learned helplessness. We are not helpless. We're powerful as people. With the introduction of Web 3 comes the death of Web 2. Web 2 is centralization, okay? Web 2, that's what Goldman Sachs and the banking infrastructure are. They're not going away tomorrow. But we are going to fight them. And go back to the printing press. Nobody thought the Roman Catholic Church could ever be brought down. No one thought it, and it still exists. But does it exist in the same form? Does it have the control and the power that it once had? No. That's what we want. And so that's what we're going to continue to fight for on this channel. So if you're not about that, then you're watching the wrong channel. That's what I'll tell you. I'm not scared to lose people over a fight that's worth winning. So there we go. All right. Deion Sanders said, we coming. I love Deion, of course. Okay, moving on here. All right. An epic dollar rally goes into reverse and investors expect further declines. This is good for Bitcoin. Should I ape in Bitcoin now or wait for a better price?
Ape into 4 BTC.
Yeah, I would ape into 2 and I would hold 2 back and have a point where you say, if it gets above this number, I'm buying no matter what.
I like that.
Yeah. Buckslayer 4x4, my guy, he says the people in crypto now are the ones that make a difference in the future. 100%. We're fighting for our kids and our kids' kids. That's what we're fighting for. We're not fighting for ourselves. As of December 28th, the dollar has risen 8.9% this year, as measured by the WSJ Dollar Index, which tracks its value against 16 other currencies. That would mark its biggest yearly rise since 2014. The index peaked in late September at the highest level in data going back to 2001. The effects of the dollar's rise have been global, helping to push foreign currencies down to historically low levels. The euro broke through parity with the dollar in July, and the British pound in September touched its lowest point in over 200 years of trading against the dollar, while the Japanese yen fell to its weakest point since 1990. In some poorer nations, the currency's rise has been devastating. Sri Lanka nearly ran out of dollars this year as it burned through its pile of currency reserves, already depleted by the pandemic, to pay for imports of basics such as fuel and food. Many investors are hopeful the dollar has peaked. Analysts at JP Morgan are more cautious. Big shocker here, about calling for an end of dollar strength and forecast that the dollar will rise another 5% against major trading partners next year. Guys, that's not true. Who's my cadet reporting for duty here? Who's that?
Ariel for life.
Ariel for life. We love you. Appreciate you. Let's see. Crypto Tim, you say you don't need to watch the stream every day, but had I not been watching, I would have lost a lot in FTX. Don't discount what you do love, you guys. Thank so much for that, Crypto Tim. And everybody knows, guys, we're here every day. We missed one day of streaming. It was an oversight. Okay. We're here every day, Monday through Friday for you guys. If I'm not here, somebody else is here. The most consistent channel in crypto. Why? Because we freaking care. That's why. When I go on vacation, I'm still working. When I'm gone, we still have people here filling in because we want to get you the news every single day, no matter what. If you like that, make sure to smash that like button for us. Number one thing you can do, not just to support this channel, but to support crypto adoption. The number one thing you can do. So smash that like button for us. If you're not subscribed, please hit that subscribe. Please hit that subscribe. XR Pizzle says, sexy shirt, Ben. How do you know? You can't even see it. It's oversized. Well, how do y'all feel about oversized shirts?
Nah.
I'm not a big fan of the oversized.
No, I'm not an oversized
Look at this. Oh, wow. It looks like I'm Arnold Schwarzenegger. Look at that. Look how this shirt's literally twice too big for me. It's a little bit too big, but it's supposed to be this way. It's a Burberry shirt. You can't see it. It says Burberry right here. What do y'all think about the oversized shirts? Can we put a poll up? Are you a fan of oversized shirts? That's what I want to know. I don't like it. I like the shirt, but I don't like the oversized. Michael Peterson says, it does not take a majority to prevail, but rather an irate, tireless minority keen on setting brush fires of freedom in the minds of men, from Samuel Adams. Well, I don't drink beer, but if I did, I'd drink a Sam Adams today. Okay. Moving on here. We've got this story here. These 17 fraud crypto websites have been flagged by California regulators. See what they are here. I have a list. Tahoe Digital Exchange.
Where are you on the rundown? Are you still in?
I'm still in tech stonks. I'm about to move on. These are all scam Forex sites, basically Forex crypto sites. Guys, if you don't recognize the name of an exchange that you've stumbled upon and somebody tells you it's the greatest thing ever, it's definitely a scam. Okay. What percentage of my portfolio is crypto versus stocks? 99.9%, I would say, because my stocks are worth like $12 now. Okay. 3Comma CEO confirms API key leak following warning from CZ. Binance's CZ warned his 8 million followers he is reasonably sure the API key leaks are taking place at the cryptocurrency trade management platform. This is on December 28th. He said, I'm reasonably sure. God, I don't want to get into that South Park thing. I'm reasonably sure that there are widespread API key leaks from 3Commas. If you've ever put an API key in 3Commas, please disable it immediately. Gainsey, who's known for his gigantic eyebrows and being a small man, Binance, he's much smaller than I thought he would be in person. I will say that. That's the first thing I said to him. I sat across from him. I didn't know it was him. Somebody said, that's Crypto Gainsey. And I said, you're much smaller than I thought you would be. It just came out. I didn't even mean, I wasn't planning on it. But the eyebrows, his height may actually be taller because his eyebrows go above his head. Look, I don't hate Gainsey. It was pretty fun hanging out with him. That's what I'll say. What is the purpose of Safe Move Fund if not for situations like this? FTX did compensate while being insolvent. Think about that. He said Binance 2.4 to compensate 3 comma victims. Smells like insolvency. Guys, I got to heavily disagree here. Now, I do know some people that were on Coinbase, and Coinbase actually paid for these losses. But paying for someone else's mistakes to make your people whole because they used another platform, I don't think that's a business model we need to get into in crypto, because that could actually lead to insolvencies. If you're having to pay people out money that you don't owe them, do you see how that would eat away at a surplus? And if you're 1-to-1, that would make you less than 1-to-1. Do people understand that? Ben and team, thank you for taking the bull by the horns and exposing corruption. Thank you, sir. Absolutely, Matt. That's why we're here. Cameron Earth King says, with the market so inflated because of derivatives and exchange, what happens if we have a bank run, all exchanges go insolvent? If they're 1-to-1, then it doesn't matter. If they're not 1-to-1, it does. Cadet Parrot reporting for duty. Thank you, Eddie Parrot. Appreciate you as always, my friend. Mamba, there's almost no way for us to be sure users didn't steal their own API keys. Trades were done using API keys created. This is not Andrew Sorkin. It's Yuri Sorkin. Here's a statement from 3 commas. We saw the hacker's message and confirmed the data in the files is true. They also released a bunch of there's apparently a ton of these private keys or API keys floating out there.
Yeah, I heard that too.
Gary says, hey, from Texas, always tell the truth. Then I don't have to remember anything. XRP Army member, good stuff, Ben. I hope you guys recom Texas Tech. Sure, Texas Tech. How about go Georgia Bulldogs? How about go Dogs? Run up against Ohio State this week. That's it. Let's go. Oh, 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 oh. That's what we do. That's what we do on that kickoff. You might hear my bark above everybody else's. But what I would say is that 3 comments here is pretty dangerous. What was the comment before that? Up a little bit. Always tell the truth. Oh, XRP Army. Guys, I was supposed to put out that XRP video at 3 yesterday. I accidentally closed my app when I started uploading it. That's why I didn't go out till 6:30 or 6:45. But I hope if you're in the XRP Army, you checked out my video. I'd love to know your thoughts on my thoughts about the banker coin, the conflicts of interest, the WEF, things like that. All right, Alameda Wallet funnel over 1.7 million over crypto mixers overnight. We started covering this story. Even if it's on leverage, does 1-to-1 matter? Yes, 1-to-1 still matters, because if the user's account is on leverage, their liquidation point still has them at 1-to-1. Does that make sense? Even though on the market, you're on leverage, because of a liquidation point, your liquidation point prevents you from going less from 1-to-1. That's how, even on leverage in crypto, now on Forex and other places, this is not true. Robinhood, it's not true. But in crypto and all of our crypto leverage trading exchanges, I don't know any that don't apply this rule. Because you have a liquidation point, you can't ever owe them money. They can't ever come to you 6 months later and say, hey, you are over leveraged. We're taking money back from you. Because the literal assets are in your account, and when you get liquidated, you lose them. You can't lose more than you're betting with. Does that make sense? Oh, that makes sense for you. How do you feel about buying ADA, Link, Matic, some Doge in 2023? And is now a good time to buy ADA, macro buy? Or are we seeing 20s at ADA? Guys, I was on his show, James Crypto Guru. I was on his show. He's behind, what's the name of his coin? Secret? Magic Craft, maybe? Mm-hmm. I'm not showing the coin. I'm just telling you who he is. And I was on his show last week. Nice guy. Really, really enjoyed talking with him. And I really like something he said. He said, the point is, it doesn't matter if we're at the bottom or not. The meat of the move has already happened. Kind of like at $50,000, we were telling people to be careful about buying Bitcoin because the meat of the move had already happened. From 3,200 to 50,000, the meat of the move had already happened. So I think that should be kind of a way you look at that. I will say with Matic, I think the best way to say this. I don't have a good way to say it. I would just say with this, I don't even really have anything I can say about it. We're looking into some stuff with Matic. That's what I'll tell you. We're looking into some stuff with Matic. You know, we love Polygon. We love Matic. We're looking into some things that may not be great. That's all I'm going to say. And we will tell you what that means in maybe a couple weeks. So that doesn't mean the coin's not going to do great. Actually, the news probably means it's going to continue to do great. But I'm hearing some rumors. Go up a little bit over there. And this shows you I'm totally unbiased. This is a coin we love, but there may be some stuff, okay? Michelle Altrui, I just want to say thank you for everything. The channel changed my life. Never miss a thing. Well, thank you, Michelle. We appreciate you. Can you check out the NASDAQ crypto coin? No, Calric. I don't think I want to. I don't like coins backed by stocks and stuff like that. Do you agree, TJ?
Yeah.
I know you're a follower of the channel. I'm not trying to spite you or say whatever, but it's not something I'm really, if it pops up, comes interesting, we'll take a look.
I'm just not a fan of generally just pulling up random coins out of super chat on live.
I know, even though he's in here all the time, so it's a little bit different than a random shiller that comes in. We already know this. We already know they were doing this. The question is, was it Sam Bankman-Fried? I obviously believe that it was. We are going to be looking at some other stuff. We're going to be looking at some information. We're going to be looking at it probably next week. Is the SAMO token? Okay, the SAMO token is. The SAMO token is a meme coin. The day that Sam Bankman-Fried was extradited, he was taken off the list of developers of SAMO token. We've talked about before, SAMO token is a slush fund that FTX used to pay lawyers and settlements. We're going to have a lot more for that with you guys next week. So FTX bribe fallout begins. SEC counsel Bergovitz resigns. They're being accepted bribes. Gensler 2. We'll see. We talked about this yesterday. Roger Powers. I would love to see them all go down. Sam Bankman-Fried to enter plea and fraud case. We covered this last night, so we're not going to get too much into it. However, he's got a new judge, Lewis Kaplan. I hear he's a pretty hard judge. Some people were saying he's from the Clinton era, so we'll go soft on him. I don't think that's the guy's track record, so we'll have to see. But go check out our video from last night. If you want to see kind of these new style of videos that we're doing, go here to videos and make sure to check this one out right now. FTX Web of Lies, SBF Criminal Network. You guys can see we're in front of, oh man, that gym hair. That's my after gym hair. I need to fix my hair after I get back from the gym. What is wrong with my hair in this video? I didn't even see this. I look awful. Man, great shirt. That's size medium, by the way, guys. But you guys go check out that video. It's a really good one as well. And don't forget to check channels. Is this where I want to go? Nope. Go to home and scroll down here. Don't forget to check out all these channels. My kid's channel, my son's channel is 5 subscribers away from hitting 700. If you guys could help him out, that would be really great. I do some video game. We're trying to win the Super Bowl with the Houston Texans. That's what we're trying to do. It's really hard because they suck. But that's what we're trying to do right now. So check out all of our channels. We've got, how many YouTube channels we have? 13?
Yeah, I think 13.
A total of 13. So yeah, the digital board is brought to you by D10. D10.com/BitBoy. Kelly's got that in the chat. You can go ahead and pin that for a little bit, TJ, if you want. The digital whiteboards are killer. I love those. Let's see here. Sam Bankman-Fried, life on bail, armed guards, daily jogs, and gawkers. Can you imagine this guy jogging? Sam Bankman-Fried has reportedly been leading a decent lifestyle under house arrest. It's not endless luxury. His family's shelling out $10,000 a week for a private security firm. Let's see here. While this is still a far cry from the Bahamas penthouse he was previously living in, still appears to be better than the conditions of his cell in Fox Hill. Guys, he wasn't in a cell. He was in the infirmary. He never actually made it to a cell. We know that for a fact. Reportedly also been visited by journalist Michael Lewis. That's what we're going to be doing our video on tonight. Michael Lewis. That's why I actually watched The Big Short last night. You're going to have to check out that as well. Big Short, Liar's Poker, Flash Boys reportedly has been embedded with SBF for months and yet didn't even know what was going on. As I continue to DCA into 2023 with QNT being a focus, what are your thoughts on QNT's potential? We like it. It's on my tier 2 coins, I would say. All my tier 1 coins right now I've got on, pinned, or not pinned, but they are on my, okay. I don't know what that means, Calric. If you go to my Twitter profile and you click profile, all the coins I consider to be my top, they're right here: XRP, ADA, ETH, ICP, HBAR, Algomatic, BTC. QNT would probably honestly be next. It'd be right there. I could probably easily put it on that. Don Freed, Semper Fi, Commander. Let's get him. Hey, know that salute? That's when I got kicked out of the Air Force. Long story. Told it on the channel before. All right. There's Tiffany Fong. Where's the New York Post article? Can we pull that up? New York Post. Let's see. New York Post. Tiffany Fung. Oh, we're so far behind today.
That's all right.
Yeah, who cares? Tiffany Fung slams the New York Post for a sensational article. Sam Bankman-Fried surprisingly optimistic at meeting with sexy crypto influencer Tiffany Fung. And this is where I said, Sam, am I not sexy enough for you? Is that the problem? Am I just not sexy enough? Maybe it's the gym hair. I don't know what it is. But they have, here she is, once again, came out of nowhere after Celsius. And now she wants to take shots at me. And I think she did let Joe Biden sniff her hair, I think.
That's what she said. She said that in the tweet, I think.
She did, right? That's what I'm saying. She did let Joe Biden sniff her hair.
Yeah, that was a pretty funny tweet.
It was pretty funny.
Yeah.
She said some funny things.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't hate her. I'm not saying she's a bad person. I just, you know what I don't like? I don't like people that attack me unprovoked. Why? Why would you attack me unprovoked? Why? Why would you do that? Why would you come into crypto? You're brand new. Nobody knows who you are. Now everybody knows who you are. Maybe for the wrong reasons at this point, according to this art. I'm not saying literally for the wrong reasons. I'm saying the way you're portrayed here. And come attack me when we're on the ground in the Bahamas actually trying to do real work. That's what pisses me off. But anyway, she's got a private jet too, guys. I don't know if you know. This is not some slouch. She has a private jet and also champagne. So maybe that's what it is. That was according to Chrissy Mashinsky. But it is a little unfair, in my opinion, for the New York Post to characterize her as sexy. Anyways, I digress. I don't know. Is she? I don't know, she's all right, but I mean, that's not the first thing I think when I see her. I just think she's a person looking for stories. That's what I think. Yeah, you can find a sexy picture of anybody. Obviously, even if you go to my page and you start scrolling down, you'll even find a sexy picture of me. This is me and Sam Bankman-Fried combined.
Is it? Weird.
Look at this sexy picture of me.
Who is that?
That's the Gen Z version of me. I would never make it there. I would never make it. Do I believe Eat the 750 like Crypto Indio? No, I personally think Eat's bottom.
Oh, gosh.
Hey, somebody wanted to see me as Santa.
I knew this is where this was going.
But you knew it had to be. Put it back up, DJ. Don't you take that down. Do not take it down. Let's go. I want to be that big. I really do.
Did you see the picture I put in there?
Yeah, I did. Well, yeah, I did. It's a hepo pump. Where's the hepo pump? Oh, God. Oh, we went right into my beard. Where's the hepo pump? I said, is this Bobby Valentine?
Yeah.
That was pretty funny. There it is. Look at that. That is freaking sexy right there. Okay. Look, we've all got sexy photos on the internet, Tiffany. Okay. It's a little unfair for the New York Post to put that picture of her and call it sexy and not put my picture of a hippo up when we were on hippo pumps back in the day. Okay. We got this here. I mean, is that the first thing when you think of Tiffany Fung is sexy?
Yeah, I think they were
playing that up.
Yeah, they were not doing her any favors with that article.
No,
but she's clearly
they tried to slam her in the article. That's what they tried to do.
She's clearly very connected. Obviously has very close very close access to a lot of high level people, clearly.
She got, who knows, she may be part of the puppet show over there. Let's see here. I know the Democrats don't like it when I say that. We love you too, Democrats. Look, we may have to get our bill through an order through Joe Biden, executive order. So, Joe, we love you too. A sexy single crypto influencer. It would have been funny if they reversed that. Wow, is there a single sexy crypto influencer?
Right. And they're pushing that she's single. Wow.
Oh, how about that? Ooh la la. I guess he's not single, right? He's with Caroline still, or no? I guess not. I guess they're out.
Yeah, I don't think that's still a thing.
He was the first. He opened up about his rumored polyamorous sex life in a phone call that was published in November. We're family friendly, guys. We got to get out of this story. Yeah. Thanks, guys. Okay. Who will play SBF in Amazon FTX film series? I may have some inside info on that one day. I can tell y'all. Let's see. They will all say Jonah Hill. It's not Jonah Hill, right? Jesse Eisenberg. I think he would be better than Jonah Hill. Jonah Hill does not fit SBF. Do you not agree? The hair does. That's it.
I mean, yeah. He's done a lot more serious roles recently. I mean, traditionally, what you think of Jonah Hill, comedic actor, not really.
I just, the only thing that matches is the hair.
Yeah.
Anybody can get a haircut. Even SBF himself could get a haircut. That's why I make fun of him, because he refuses. Even Turn Up Tatum, even that guy could get a haircut.
Yeah, I like Jesse better. I've Seth Rogen pick was kind of a sneaky one that I thought could have been decent. But yeah, it'll probably be some random person that nobody's heard of.
Yeah, I don't. It's a TV series too.
That's what I'm saying, and it's and it's Amazon, so they're gonna try to pick somebody sleeper that they can lock into a long contract. And
the question is,
yeah, Jonah Hill on War
who's
Dogs.
going to play me in this series?
That is the question.
The answer, I actually already know the answer to that question. I do. I literally do know the answer to that question, but you'll have to find out and wait. That is not a that's not a hypothetical there. Bankrupt crypto lender Celsius seeks deadline extension. In its latest update, Celsius stated that the motion is scheduled to be heard by the bankruptcy court on January 10th. Deadline will be extended at least until then. Celsius account holders have taken up social media to voice out their outrage over taking to Twitter to complain about the cost and slow progress. Lawyers and advisors like to spend client money, blah, 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 blah. There's Simon Dixon talking about some of this stuff. In case of Celsius, the lawyers, bankers, and other advisors released detailed fee requests to the New York Federal Bankruptcy Court, totaling $53 million. Leonard from Big Bang Theory.
That's not a bad one. Yeah, that was one of the
He's a little short, but
Yeah.
I think he's short.
That was one of my favorite roasts on this whole FTX thing. Was like, guys, you guys just got $8 billion stolen by the cast of Big Bang Theory, and it was like Sam, Caroline, Trabucco. It's just a funny. Yeah.
Somebody knows who's playing me. Somebody already found it out, picked it out. Michael Cera, also not a bad pick.
Mm-hmm.
Michael Cera, I do think that's actually probably my number one pick to play him. So. What about our mods meeting? When are we doing that?
I don't know.
Did all y'all all the mods? Did you email info@hitnetwork.com?
I think they did. Yeah.
Okay. I've been thinking about this. We're gonna collect that and we're gonna do something with it. Okay. We're gonna do something with it. Joe says only Ben can be Ben. Well, no comment. Let's put a poll up. Can we put a poll?
Sure.
I love these polls during the show. And you also, I know you're a big fan of polls. Huge fan of polls, TJ is.
During the show?
Just in general. Okay, so I want to know, who do you believe should take over Celsius? I got I got four answers. Number one, Celsius. Celsius take over itself, a reorganization plan. Number two, Simon Dixon. Number three, Binance. Number four, other. I want to get a genuine look at this because I don't believe a thing I see on Twitter about this. I think everybody's using bots. There's three different camps. It's hard to keep in mind what's happening. So we see one at Frankie's Wrenches. What's up with Frankie's Wrenches? Why are people talking about Frankie's Wrenches?
Mods, maybe.
Oh, the mods. Cardano could be extremely undervalued according to sentiment. Could be. You think I was just telling you yesterday about this. I think Cardano is going to have a big rally soon because it's just been so bearish and boring. And it's been down a lot more than some others as well. Cardano remains in a complicated state on the crypto market. The asset could not find any support from institutional investors in 2021 and has not gained any redemption in 2023. 2 years of active selling make Cardano extremely undervalued compared to Ethereum, Solana, and other competitors. But does it necessarily mean that ADA will rally in 2023? No, it doesn't mean it's going to rally in 2023. It can be sideways the whole year and still do really well in the bull run. Unfortunately, Cardano does not look like it's ready for a bounce. It's dropped to the local low once again, failing to gain momentum after showing a 7% price increase in the last 4 days. Okay, so it's had a little bit of a bounce. Okay, it's already had a little bit of a bounce. Liver King? Sexy Fat Bandit? That was the joke I was making with TJ. You're not allowed to take my own joke and use it against me later. Thank you. So there you go. Are we going to see that? Almost 1 million Ethereum were sold by whales, causing a drop in December. But it's held pretty well, even compared to Bitcoin. According to the on-chain data, Ethereum whales who held up to 100,000 ETH have sold or moved up to 880,000 Ethereum since the beginning of this month.
Those look like the way you draw lines.
It does, doesn't it? At least part of that sum has most likely been sold on the market, corresponding to the selling pressure we witnessed on the market throughout the month. That reminds me, I found this tweet on I found this tweet on what? Twitter.com. Twitter.com. Found this tweet on Twitter.com. And I want to show it to you guys because I thought it was really funny. This is at Gobbles XBT. If you scroll in, she calls out a lot of people for fake followers, which I think is really funny. I love that. I'm not saying 100% of them are legit, but I mean, look, she found all these people that unfollowed Elizabeth Warren. You know, that's actually what urged me to say we should actually make it illegal for these people to buy followers and engagement. But she had this tweet down here that was really funny. It was about the Bitcoin chart and the Bitcoin cycle. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Why can I not find it? I can't find it now. It was very similar. It basically said that it showed the Bitcoin cycle, and it showed this person that drew lines, and she was just like, why can you not draw a straight line? And I thought it was really funny. I wish I could find it. Maybe because the original person actually has me blocked on this account, and maybe that's why I can't see it. Man, I wish I could find that. Maybe I'll find it and show it tomorrow. But it reminded me of that. It was a crooked line, and they're like, see, the Bitcoin cycles don't work. And she was like, here's your actual line drawn correctly. And it was like perfect according to the cycle still. Thought it was really funny. Maybe she can send me that tweet. Maybe she knows what I'm talking about. All right. Let's see here. Where are we? We're on XRP. Ripple Ally versus SEC. January 30th might be most significant crypto hearing to date. According to John Deaton, we know who John Deaton is. He says the January 30th hearing regarding Library.com's motion to limit the SEC's remedy is arguably the most important crypto hearing to date. The SEC is seeking disgorgement from a non-party, but also read the SEC's proposed language for the permanent injunction. And really, you want to know what this shows? Let me read this first. Deaton recalled that when the SEC won the kick case, it did not reach such disgorgement. He said the SEC's action was punitive as the agency claimed that all LBC token sales were profits. J.A. says what happened to Mr. X, have not heard from him in 11 and a half months. I've not heard from him since the second week of January this year. So there you go. Separately, do you believe ICP will get back to all-time high next bull run? No. ICP people may not like to hear that. They may feel like I'm telling you that we're bearish on ICP. Absolutely not. That could not be further from the truth. What I'm telling you is the $700 number that it hit on certain exchanges was 100% fake. It was pumped up by FTX to short it and bring it down. So what that means is it doesn't have to get back to all-time highs to absolutely crush it. If ICP gets to $70, that's an incredible run for ICP. And what a great investment, not financial advice, of course. What an incredible investment that could be. But I do not believe it will hit over $700 in the next bull run. It doesn't have to, and that number was fake. So there you go. I'm a big supporter of the ICP community, as you guys know. Hello from Pluto Online. This is from Maurice. I can't wait for a special edition newsletter. P? Don't know what that word is.
Pluto?
Surely that's not a banned word. Is that a banned? That cannot be a banned word. Let's check with Steph on that. But anyways, yeah, appreciate that. Obviously, yeah, the newsletter, we do have a big newsletter coming out. We're having a lot of internal meetings about it. It's going to start in March. So March 1st. So check that out. It's going to be a paid newsletter, but it's going to offer a lot of incredible stuff. And Pluto Alliance holders are going to get grandfathered into it. So we'll tell you more about that down the road. So here's what I want to say about this. Okay. This is the nightmare of an SEC lawsuit. Okay. Because if the SEC wins, there's a whole other case after. You want to talk about, could you imagine if Ripple lost the case and then they've got to go to these disgorgement hearings and we get another year and a half of lawsuit of SEC to try to figure out what the punishment is? I mean, that would kill. I mean, that would kill all Ripple's momentum for sure. I mean, it would go probably down to 5 cents or less. And then they'd be talking about a buyback. So I don't think that's going to happen, obviously. I believe there's a settlement coming. I've thought that from the very beginning. I still think, well, not the very beginning. After about 2 or 3 weeks after the lawsuit dropped, realized it's probably coming down to a settlement. XRP's getting declared not a security, and I think everything will be Also, XRP Army, did y'all throw the X up? I hope y'all did. Ripple versus SEC crypto VC firm Paradigm granted motion to join case. In particular, the court has granted a motion by lawyer Lewis Cohen to appear in the case on behalf of Paradigm. Defense lawyer James Filan. Is it Filan? Filan? I think it's Filan. Revealed in a tweet on December 28th. There you go. There we go. Ripple rival Stellar reports 172% increase in payments. Other positive numbers in 2022 report. But guess what? Price of XLM is down as well. But it is a possible ISO 20022 coin. I don't know what this article is here. There's nothing there. It just says Coinbase customers block attempts to move to arbitration. Uh-oh. Oh, my browser. Uh-oh. Look at this.
Oh, your browser's frozen?
Whoa, it was. The browser's never frozen on this show before. That's the first time ever. Kia's first NFTs have covered adoption costs for 22,000 pets in shelters. Cool. We love dogs. Cats. Meh. You a cat guy?
Nah.
No? No. Figures. Nouns Ethereum NFTs will appear in 2023 Rose Parade. Nouns? I heard about this for the first time ever the other day. Had you heard of this? Nouns?
Nouns, no.
It's like made up of people, places, and things. They have these glasses called noggles. VG elects new pro-Bitcoin prime minister, could lead Tonga's legal tender lead. And there we go. All right, let's move on to questions, and we'll get off the show.
Real quick.
Artie Wolf. Bought my balcony room last night. See y'all at the cruise. Guys, if you want to check out the BitBoy Crypto Cruise, all you got to do is go to bitboycrypto.com. You can see here. And then just click cruise. You don't have to have a Pluto Alliance to go. You go up here and get the cruise FAQ. We are going out on the Independence of the Seas. We're on Royal Caribbean. We are going to the Bahamas. This was booked before Sam Bankman-Fried was found out to be, corrupt in the Bahamas. He was there, but how many suitcases can you bring? We answer the tough questions, the hard-hitting questions nobody else is willing to answer. Okay. Next question. And he said we should do a poker.
Yeah, that was his
game.
question.
Yeah.
Can we do?
Absolutely. Let's make that happen. Yeah. So we will do that. I think we've sold 35 rooms so far, something like that.
Oh, by the way, here's the end of your poll.
Okay. So this is very interesting. More people saying Simon Dixon than Celsius by 2%. Very close, which feels like it's very 50-50 between those people. The vast majority of people want Binance to buy.
Right. But that's what I'm seeing is other anything beats Celsius or Simon Dixon. So it looks like the people don't want either one of those. They want a new party, basically. Binance or someone else.
Absolutely.
So we'll end that.
What do you think about Bybit's Merkle Tree, their third largest exchange? I think it's good. Do you think it's a coincidence that right after they put that, they fired half their staff? Just ask a question. I'm not leaning one way or the other. I'm just
I think that's common. We've seen it across the industry, but no, I think it could be tied. Very, very reasonably could be.
Yeah. What I would say here is there's a large decentralized exchange coming. I don't even know if we can say the name of it yet. But we are going to be, partners with this new decentralized exchange because when it comes out, obviously from a centralized exchange perspective, we love BitGet. That's what I do all my trading on right now. Of course, our trading section is brought to you by BitGet. That's why we have the chat down at the bottom. We got to change that banner.
I know.
Train team's over.
Yeah. It just ended.
Sloppy. Where did we finish? Do we know?
I have no idea.
Frankie was leading that charge. So click on that Kevin O'Leary thing.
You want me to click on
Yeah,
random?
just click it.
Oh,
Click
it's
it.
Kelly.
Click on it right there. Will it come up on the page?
Come up right here. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, his account is hacked for sure.
He's posting crazy stuff.
Yeah, he's definitely hacked if that's the case. When the Buckeyes went over Georgia, how about adding a book tour stop in the great state of Ohio? God, I feel like we got to do a second round later in the year.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah, we'll figure it out, guys. I do want to go to Ohio. I can't believe we missed that. But what city do you go to? Columbus? You go to Cincinnati? You go to Cleveland? I don't know. I mean, does anyone want to go to Cleveland? Is that no? I'm here. I'm seeing no's in the background here. No. Look, if you live in Cleveland, we love you. That's why we need you in crypto so you can make some money and move. Go back up. I'm not an anti-Cleveland guy. Okay. Go. What's the super chat? Last one. What are your thoughts with ICP and you needing a digital identity, which then allows you to be even more digitally tracked? I don't think that's the way that it works on the ICP network. Who's tracking it? I don't think anyone's tracking that information. I would have to get confirmation on that. I don't know for sure. I am coming to Minneapolis. That's on the list, guys. All right, guys, that is all I got. Thank you guys so much for watching the show today. Tomorrow we'll be back. We got a video tonight coming for you guys on Michael Lewis. There may be some sketchy stuff possibly with maybe the book, The Big Short, maybe the movie, The Big Short, maybe with FTX. I'm not accusing him of wrongdoing, but I'm saying there's some evidence out there. We're going to take a look at that tonight. Then tomorrow night, we're going to be taking a look at Circle. You're definitely going to want to come back to that video. That's all I got. Be blessed. Good boy out. Never goes to the Northeast. We're going to Boston, you son of a